Welcome to the Biological Life Sciences channel. Today we are going to discuss concepts and fine structure of gene. So let's proceed. Let's see the history of gene concept first. The term gene was first time coined by W. Johnsons in 1909. E. R. Garrod in 1908 proposed one gene one product hypothesis, which was gene therapy was proposed by T. H. Morgan in 1911. L. Pauling and Ingram in 1949 established the role of gene in protein synthesis. Biddle and Totham in 1948 proposed one gene, one polypeptide hypothesis. Earlier it was one gene, one enzyme hypothesis. Later by Ingram it was upgraded to one polypeptide hypothesis. The fine structure of gene was proposed by Seymour Benzer in 1962. Yanofsky in 1965 proposed one gene, one polypeptide hypothesis along with Ingram. The gene concept was later given by Sutton. So this was about the history regarding the gene concept. Let's see what is a gene, the definition of the gene. The gene is the genetics as atom is to chemistry. The gene is the unit of genetic information that controls a specific aspects of phenotype. Means a particular character is governed by the presence of gene. So as you can see in this picture, the chromosome is unwinded into its full form and the parts of gene having introns and exons are shown here. The gene is the unit of genetic information that specifies the synthesis of one polypeptide chain. Means one polypeptide can be synthesized by using a gene. It synthesizes the code for that. Let's see gene concept one by one. Genes are the fraction of or a part of DNA molecule which is regarded as the genetic material. T. H. Morgan proposed the gene theory which states that chromosomes are the bearer of heredity unit and each chromosome carries hundreds and thousands of genes. The genes are arranged on chromosome in linear order on the same region or locus. There are different genes present on different chromosomes in different organisms. Let's see the terms that are related to genes. First is recon. It is the smallest unit of DNA capable of recombination. Muton, it is the smallest unit of DNA that is capable of going mutation. Cistron is the functional part of gene, that is it's a real gene that is capable of synthesizing a polypeptide chain or an enzyme. And another term is related to this is complon. Complon, it is the unit of complementation, but it is rarely used. These three are more properly used. Let's see classical concept of gene, which is earlier developed by scientists. So genes are discrete particles inherited in Mendelian fashion. Occupies a definite locus in the chromosome and is responsible for expression of specific phenotypic character. So Mendel referred these genes as factor at that time. Number of genes in each organism is more than the number of chromosomes, as on single chromosome there can be several genes. The genes are arranged in a linear order like bits on a string, and each gene occupies a specific position, that is locus, and the position of gene changes when the character changes. This was the classical concept. Let's see what is the modern concept under this. Gene is the unit of genetic information, that is sequence of DNA that specifies a polypeptide chain. Means each gene will specify a single polypeptide chain. For example, gene 1 will specify polypeptide chain 1. It also includes coding as well as non-coding regulatory sequences. So the modern concept was further developed by S. Benzer in 1957, who coined different terms for the nature of genes and genetic material in relation to the chromosome and the genetic phenomena to which they involve. The first is gene as a unit of transmission, that is called cistron, unit of recombination, that is recon, and gene as a unit of mutation, that is called muton. Let's see these terminologies one by one. Cistron, the part of DNA specifying a single polypeptide chain, is termed as cistron. A cistron can have 100 nucleotide pairs in length to about 30,000 nucleotide pairs, and it can transmit character from one generation to other. It is in true sense called as gene. Recon, This is the smallest segment of DNA that is capable of being separated or exchanged with other chromosome is called recon. And this part takes place during the recombination of the genetic character. A recon consists of not more than two pairs of nucleotide which are exchanged during recombination process. Muton, it is the smallest unit of genetic material which when changed or mutated produce a phenotypic trait, and this is due to mutation. Mutation is delimited to single nucleotide where it can occur in point mutations. This diagram shows the character of cistron, recon and muton. In cistron, there is a single polypeptide chain that is the product of the gene, whereas in recon, a pair of nucleotide can undergo recombination in the recombination of genetics, genes and chromosomes, and it can alter the different genes. In muton, gene can be mutated and A can be turned into A dash, E can be turned into E dash, and it can be a point mutation up to a single nucleotide. So it is the smallest unit of mutation. Let's see what are the different types of genes. So on the basis of their behavior, the genes may be categorized into following types. The first type is basic gene. These are fundamental genes that brings about expression of a particular character, means a regular gene. The next is lethal gene. These brings about the death of their possessor. For example, if this gene is present in a particular individual and it is an expressive form, the individual will die due to its expression. Multiple genes, when two or more pair of independent genes act together to produce a single phenotypic trait, it's called multiple gene. Cumulative gene, some genes have additive effect on the action of other genes. These are called cumulative gene. For example, for a particular character, different number of genes are involved, that such kind of genes are called cumulative genes. Pleiotropic genes, the genes which produces changes in more than one character is called pleiotropic gene. For example, color of the eyeball. Modifying gene, the gene which cannot produce a character by itself but interacts with other to produce a modified effect, it's called modifier gene. These are generally the structural genes, controlling genes that are present in operons. Inhibitory genes, the genes which suppresses or inhibits the expression of another gene is called inhibitory gene. And interrupted gene, this is the terminology which is regularly used for regular genes that are basic genes. It is also called a split gene. It is the gene in which expressed regions of DNA are present, that is exons, which is splitted by unexpressed regions called introns, and it is also called as intermining sequences. This is done in order to protect the gene and the genome itself. Exon provides instruction for coding proteins, which creates the mRNA for the synthesis of proteins. This sorting is done in post-transcriptional modifications. So therefore it is called an interrupted gene or a split gene, and this is present in all eukaryotic cells but is not present in prokaryotic cells. Let's see the role of gene in protein synthesis. The role of genes in protein synthesis was first time opened by Jacob and Monod, who proposed the operon model to explain the mechanism of gene action. The protein synthesis is regulated by three specific genes located on the chromosome as proposed by Jacob and Monod. They divided gene into three types based on its function: the structural genes, operator genes and regulatory genes. Structural gene, it regulates to produce a specific mRNA that determines the kind of protein to be synthesized. Means these genes will be actually synthesizing the proper mRNA which will be translated to a particular protein. Operator genes, these genes act as switches to turn on or turn off the activities of structural gene. It regulates the elongation and termination of polypeptide chain also, which is being produced by structural gene. Regulatory gene, these genes produces a certain proteinic substance that is called repressor, which prevents the operator from their action. Means the product of this gene will suppress the operator gene. Let's take an example here. You can see here there is a gene which is having regulatory sequence, operator sequence and gene sequence. This is an example of operon where gene A, gene B and gene C are structural genes. O is the operator region and this is the regulatory sequence that helps in expressing these genes. This kind of operon models can be seen in bacteria. For example, lac operon tryptophan, operon, etc. Let's see one gene, one enzyme hypothesis. This hypothesis was proposed by Biddle and Totham in 1942. In this, Biddle and Totham first time took wild type spores of Neurospora crassa fungus, which they irradiated using X-ray or ultraviolet rays. This was mixed with a wild type Neurospora crassa, and the sexual spores were grown on the complete media, which was having all kinds of nutrients. Then individually these exposed mutated strains were individually grown on different mediums having different growth requirements, and one of the medium was minimal media. The spores were only able to grow on complete media and media containing vitamins. Then again they substituted these strains for specific growth requirements, and from the complete media tube they transferred it into specific nutrient containing tubes. The fungus was only able to grow on a pentatonic acid containing plate, which showed that due to mutation the pentatonic acid containing gene was disrupted and it was not able to grow without the pentatonic acid, means it was not able to synthesize the pentatonic acid. Therefore, it became auxotrophic mutant for that. This experiment showed that a single gene is responsible for a single enzyme which helped in synthesis of pentatonic acid. But later it was thought that a single gene can also produce multiple enzymes or multiple polypeptides. So this hypothesis was further developed by two scientists, Ingram and co-workers, who modified it into one gene, one polypeptide hypothesis, which accounted for monomeric and dimeric enzymes for non-enzyme proteins also. In this experiment, they took a precursor which was tryptophan, which produced arginine through a metabolic process. There were three enzymes required for that: enzyme A, enzyme B, and enzyme C. They mutated these strains respectively as shown in figure, with the mutant type 1 defect in gene A, type 2 mutant with defective gene B, type 3 mutant defective gene C, and a wild type mutant for control. You can see the tryptophan is converted into ornithine by using the product of gene A, that is enzyme A. So here at the first place itself the mutation is caused, therefore in this tube set there is no growth till the last, and there is only growth in the control tube. In the second case, you can see the product of gene B is destroyed, or gene B is not synthesized. Therefore, the growth is not observed in type second plate and type 3 mutant tube. In the third case, the type C gene is not synthesized, therefore the metabolic pathway could be completed till the enzyme B only, and last product is not formed. In the last tube you can see the genes are intact, and till the last the products are formed and arginine is synthesized. Therefore, in this experiment they could say that one gene is not only responsible for one enzyme, but it is also responsible for one polypeptide. And they took the example of a multimeric protein such as hemoglobin, in which a single gene is responsible for a single polypeptide, and such kind of multimeric protein is formed by number of such genes which together form a quaternary structure. Hence, in the case of sickle cell anemia, one gene effect results in faulty hemoglobin structure. Therefore, it supported the hypothesis of one gene, one polypeptide. Thank you. If you like the video, please share, comment and subscribe.